Hey, so not only is this the last day of the month of May, May 31st, 2025, but I found out my annual information of a call that I make every year to my gas and electric company. Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Jan. Welcome to another episode on this channel, the Save Money and More with Jan channel. One thing I like about the ends of the month, now some people like it, some people don't. I happen to like it. Now, May is notoriously known for being quite a long month, and it does feel longer because technically there are 5 calendar weeks in the month of May. But I have to say, this particular May, maybe because the weather was abnormally cool in the New York area. I mean, we literally had heat for a few days in a row in the month of May, practically unheard of here in this section of the world. However, we did. So the month went faster because we weren't like sweating and humid and no discomforts of too much heat this time. Or matter of fact, it felt more like middle to late October. But enough of that. So it is the end of the month, and notoriously we get our bills around now, whatever. So about a week and a half back, I'm always most interested to seeing what the May bill looks like for good reason because I'm on that level payment plan. Okay, the level payment plan with my local utility company. And I have been mentioning this year in and year out. If you could look back at old videos from every year around now, you're going to find a video inevitably about this. Why do I like the level payment plan so very much? Well, I'm the type of person, I'm not a fan of bill surprises. It's one thing if somebody throws me a surprise party for my birthday or something. Thank you. Or somebody surprises me with an unexpected card or gift or whatever. Love that. Love, 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 love. Okay. But it's another thing when it comes to bills. I'm the type of person, I like to know exactly where the money is going and for how much each month. You see where I'm going with this? It sort of makes it a fixed bill. All right. So about 10 or 12 years ago, my mom and I signed up for this plan. And I used a pretty good strategy at that time without even realizing it. Without even realizing it, we changed to this type of plan in like the beginning of the summer, like around this time of the year. So that's why every single year I check in around now. So when that bill came in May, it was lower than the previous thing. It was $80 per month, even for the last 12 months. So the May bill came in, and it was, let me get it right. I always mix this up. It was either 54 or $56, okay, and change, which is considerably lower than 80. All right. Oh, I said, well, this is a sign of a good direction. Because what the level play a payment plan does is it averages out what you should be paying per month, and then they give you the figure. So that means all my diligence paid off, shutting off lights that weren't being used. I don't believe in running two TVs at the same time. Some people have a four-bedroom house or apartment, for example, and they have a TV going at all times in every room. Like, wow. But that's just something I've observed. I'm like, wow, how do people do it? So I, try to cut back on everything, and it paid. And it paid. Now it's 54 or $56 my monthly charge. No, that's I got a credit. I got a credit. So when I called up, which I do every year because I like to anticipate, I like to know. And by the way, it is a great idea for anyone to just make that phone call to see where you're going in your journey of paying utilities. Going to pay them, right? You need them. Okay. Unless you live like typically, I mean, specifically completely off grid. That's another thing. Here in the city, it's kind of hard to live off grid. You're on a grid. That's the way it works here in the city. So, but what you could do is control your energy costs for sure. So the great news was I keep my fingers crossed every year that, well, it's not going to be higher. So you never know. You just never know. All right. So I called in, and it was a very quick phone call. And they kind of almost knew that I was going to call in. But anyway, so ta-da, here's the grand total. We went from $80 down to 77. I think that's great. And so people say, "Oh, it's only a $3 down." It's still down. It's not extra. It's not extra, and it's an even number. No little change in it. It's a flat rate for me. $77 flat. It didn't go higher. It went a little bit lower, and I'm very happy about that. So now I know I can rest comfortably for the next 12 months, knowing that it's a $77 and I could continue to do things to cut corners. And hey, I mean, there was a time a few years ago that I was at 82, and I'm still pretty okay with that number. That was, I think, 2 or 3 years back, but now I'm down to 77. You see where I'm going with this? Knowledge is power. Sometimes we're just either afraid to hear the result. There's always that little bit of like scary anticipation, or oh gosh, what's that number going to be? But to do that once a year, as opposed to month in, month out, what's the magical number this month? And you may get caught with like a much, much higher bill. But do it carefully, consider the option, speak to your local representative of your utility company, ask all the questions you need to ask. I'm just sharing with you my positive experience. Is everybody going to have the same experience? Of course not. Obviously not. But the reason why I keep going with this is because I kind of like to know the fixed numbers. Well, you know your fixed numbers. For example, everyone knows their fixed number of rent. I don't think many people have a rent that's a variable every month. I don't know. Maybe they do. I doubt it. Maybe more likely than not that they have a fixed number for their rent, a fixed number for their mortgage. I don't know. I'm not in your situation. But I know this. I know me. And me, Jan, likes to know her numbers in advance. So I know all of my numbers in advance. And that makes for simplistic budgeting for this person behind the microphone. Remember that year that I did a word of the year? One of my favorite ones, simplicity. I take simplicity with me everywhere I go. I mean, I try to. Does it always work? No, no. But it is my express desire to keep simplicity going on for myself and for my, family. And, look, it's like streamlining things. This is on a completely different note. Has nothing to do with utility companies. So I'm going to change gears over here. And if you still want to listen, thank you, thank you, thank you. When I was working full time, whether as a teacher or as the medical manager person, office assistant type person, I had a routine on the beginning of the week. Every time, church, family, nice dinner. Afterwards, I wanted to make sure all my clothes were pressed and ready to go for the work week. This is what I did every week. And when you have a tight budget, I wanted to make sure I had my lunches available to either put together every night or just make them in advance and just like pop the little containers in the freezer and take them down. Oh, I would just buy yogurt at the grocery store on the cheap, much cheaper than individually outside. Many times I took a yogurt and a banana to work, or yogurt and an apple to work. I try to be ready. Have you not noticed that your life goes a little bit smooth? I'm not saying it's a guarantee, but don't you feel like your life goes a little bit smooth, much more smoothly when you have things ready for the week? I'll listen to the weather report. Is it going to be a tough week needing boots or umbrellas and things of that nature? I make sure I keep them in close access to leaving so that it's not a big deal. Oh, where's my boots? Oh, where's my umbrella? If I have important papers that have to go to business with me when I was working, outside in an outside office, I would put them near my door, right near the door before I left, like the night before. I would do that, like create a little bit of a launching pad. You could keep a table near your door, okay? Put your keys, put your paperwork, or even if, teach the children to do the same in an area close by so they don't have the, oh, mom, I forgot this piece of paper blues. Okay. Just by taking a little bit of time. Now, that's time management issue. And people don't like to hear, like, if I use the word time management, Money Mom and I oftentimes have joked about if we do videos about time management, bye, nobody cares. But if you do videos talking about how you can make your life much more smoothly, then all of a sudden, maybe throw in the word, it's a matter of time management. To me, it's a matter of simplicity. It turns out to become a time management thing. I don't even know why I got to this topic, but I think it has to do with the correlation of knowing in advance. Okay. I know in advance my important papers are right near the door for the next day. I know in advance my umbrella is not so far away. Put it in an umbrella stand near the door. I know in advance, oh, we're going to expect a little snow. Might be a great idea to wear your boots and carry your other shoes. Know in advance, know in advance. I'm not talking about months and years in advance. I have found that part of my simplicity is being just a little bit anticipatory for the week or two coming up. Let me know in the comment section below if that has helped you. All right, so words of encouragement. This might be for you. I'm no expert. I'm telling you, it has successfully worked for me. Now, if you're going to do this, okay, I think most utility companies have to, you call them up and you ask if you're eligible to do this. What do I mean by eligible? Most of the utility companies say, I think that you have to have like either 6 months or beyond of a history for them to make an evaluation. And then if the approximate, you don't agree to it unless you like what you hear. I mean, obviously, if they tell you a number that you're totally like, okay, you're comfortable with, manageable, that is great. I'm just saying that I keep up with it and it has worked for me. What you do with it is your decision, and you make whatever decision is best for you and for your family. But once again, happy, happy, happy. So I just thought I'd share this with you, and thank you so much. Thanks so much for being here. I really do appreciate everybody's time. Don't forget to come back every single day at when? 5 o'clock in the morning. For another show. And I really do appreciate every single one of you. Have an amazing, fantastic day. Take good care of yourself and your amazing family. Thank you.